Good evening, guys, and happy Tuesday to all of your sunshiny faces, guys. I don't know why I keep forgetting that it's Tuesday on Tuesday, and I keep forgetting to clean the bathroom. Normally that's like my big go-to on Tuesdays to always like get the bathroom cleaned up, and I don't know why. The last, I think, 3 weeks now, I always wind up doing it on Wednesday because I wind up forgetting. Which sort of stinks. So yeah, forgot that again today. But I did manage to get my grocery list for, well, actually, the other reason too, I guess today was a good reason I forgot it was Tuesday, was that my sales papers didn't end up coming. And so for most of the day I was like, is it actually Monday? My mom was like, I don't even think the mailman came at all. And then I looked, and we got our like town's like newsletter, like their, you know, like, I don't know, flyer newsletter sort of thing. That ended up coming, and so I don't know, like, I would assume that it gets delivered in the mail. Like, there isn't just a random person that goes around dropping it off in people's mailboxes. I think it's, like I said, it goes through the mail. But that was the only thing that was in the mailbox today, which was weird. Like, there wasn't like any type of like letter at all, not like junk mail, nothing at all. And again, normally like my sales papers wind up getting delivered on Tuesday, so I don't know, maybe my mom was right, there wasn't actually mail that ended up coming today. But like I said, that I didn't get the sales papers today, so I wasn't able to do my full grocery list today. I did do Aldi and Meijer, and I also ended up doing I'm trying to think. Sort of like I looked over, so far I've looked over all the digital ads to all of the other like grocery stores, but I didn't wind up actually doing my list for them because I don't have the physical like copy, and it's tough to do it when I don't have that. So that's why I'm going to do like I said, the like grocery lists tomorrow, hopefully, if I wind up getting those. If not, I'm gonna have to just do everything digitally. But then on top of that too, I was just a little overwhelmed because I was like, okay, it's Mother's Day, like we have to figure out like what we're doing and all this kind of stuff, and then too like the plans and what things are going on and all that kind of stuff too. And so we're actually, because again, things for us are going to be a little bit weird because my mom does have work, and so since she works like Saturday nights and Sunday nights, she normally winds up sleeping almost all day on Sunday. And you know, she's only awake for like a few hours on Sunday, like later in the afternoon sort of. And so she really wants to celebrate Mother's Day more on Saturday, where she's going to have most of the day. And then also too, though, on Friday, we're actually going to go out to eat. So we're going to go out somewhere to eat on Friday, and then on Saturday, we are just going to grill. And so I was sort of actually just texting with my mom right now, back and forth, and we were figuring out like what was on sale, and then also too like what she wanted. So I was trying to figure out like what stores have the best sales and stuff like that. And I'm a little disappointed because the only store that really has steak on sale, which was what my mom asked for, was Meijer. And so far they haven't had, like, I don't know, again, just with my experience with those hamburgers, it seems like their meat stock is not really great. Like, again, the first week we went, I wasn't able to get any of those hamburgers. The second week, they only had 2 packages left, so I picked up one of them, and there was only 1 package left after I left. But again, though, too, like, I realized that it is the end of the sale, which, again, you know, is, you know, they might not be having, like, a lot of it just because if they either sold out earlier in the week, or 2, because it is the last day of the sale. So if they don't, then they have a bunch of this stuff that they didn't wind up selling during the sale, and then it just goes back up to regular price, in which case people might not want to buy it at that price, you know. So like I said, I don't really know the case, but again, it just seems sort of like the stuff, and on top of that too, I didn't notice that they had an insanely large selection of meat. Like, neither Jewel doesn't really have, I actually think Meijer might have a bigger selection of meat. Like, their meat section seemed bigger than at Jewel's, but I don't know, at least at my Jewel, it seems like whenever they have a sale, they have an abundance of that stuff on sale. And Meijer seemed like, again, like, even like just like any, you know, sort of like meats and stuff like that that they had, they just sort of had like the bare minimum of everything. Like, there was at least a couple packages of chicken breast, and then they had like, you know, chicken breast, like hand trimmed chicken breast, chicken tenders, you know, like the chicken tenderloins, and you know, like chicken thigh thighs and organic chicken, like, you know, like there was like that kind of stuff, but there was only like maybe again like 4 packages or so of like every different type. Whereas again, like Jewel, especially when there's a sale, like I noticed they have a ton more stuff. At least again, I like I said, on Saturday shopping at Meijer, I don't know if that was why, but it just, I don't know, it seemed like they didn't have quite as crazy, you know, big amount of stock. And then on top of that too, we are still dealing with some weird like supply things and, you know, stuff along those lines, but like still, it just seems like, to me, I haven't ever been like concerned about really like Jewel running out of stuff that I'm like, oh, I really need to buy that or whatever. Whereas Meijer, it sort of seems like I said, they don't have a huge selection of stuff. They also don't have like chest freezers for anything. Like I didn't see any like and maybe it just wasn't in the section I was looking, and maybe I don't really look hard enough, but again, we sort of walked all over the first week when we tried to find those hamburgers, like all over their like meat section, and I really didn't see any of that. Like, because I'm thinking like, where do they keep like their hams, their turkeys, their like, you know, like roasting chickens or whatever they call frying chickens, like those type of things, like the birds, like or like I said, like ham, like those big cuts of meat. I didn't really notice where they keep those. Like at Jewel, they have them normally in like the big like chest freezer sort of things, and I didn't notice those. Like, I don't want to say chest freezers, but you guys know, like the ground freezer sort of things. They didn't really have any of those that, like I said, I really, maybe they did, I don't know, but it just seemed like there was like, the space was huge, and it seemed like not a lot of it was actually taken up by the meat. Whereas like, I don't know, in Jewel, like I feel like I can hardly walk around, like, because there's like so much stuff like all over the place. And like Meijer, I was like, this seems like really big, and like their meat was not very well, like, you know, like they didn't have a lot of it and it wasn't stocked very well. I don't know. Anyways, so we're gonna go there, try and find the steaks. Hopefully they will have them, and if not, my mom said that her second option would be to do fillets, because I know Jewel has those on sale this week, and like the filet mignon, and also to do shrimp cocktail, which I have shrimp outside in the freezer, but I don't know if it's cooked or raw shrimp. If it is cooked, I don't need to buy any of that. If it's raw, then I do, and I'm thinking of just buying one of the little, she's like, oh, you don't need to buy like the, you know, the little circle thingies for like shrimp cocktails. She's like, you can just buy some regular ones. And but honestly, I was looking at it and was like, it's not that much of a different price if I bought like a 10-ounce little, like, you know, tray thingy of it, which she's the only one that really eats it anyway, so I don't want to buy like a big thing, you know, of it. And then on top of that too, like, it's not, the pricing difference isn't crazy different in like buying like the pre-cooked like shrimp versus like the, you know, the little, like I said, the little circle shrimp, you know, things for, you know, like serving. So like I said, I was thinking that might wind up being what we actually go with. And then she said third option, if they didn't have any of that, to do just regular like burgers, like pub burgers, which Valley Produce does have on sale. They have a 10-pack on sale for $10, which is awesome, so I'll probably wind up picking up a package of those, but I'm going to freeze them, and then if again all the stores seem to be out of any of the cuts of meat that I'm planning on getting, we'll resort to the hamburgers. But that's what my mom said too. She's like, oh, you can just do hamburgers, like it's not that big of a deal. And I was like, no, like if you want steak, we can get steak. So I think I'm just gonna do just the steak for her, and then get my dad and Jack maybe like 2 of the small little fillets, you know, because they're small. And that's what she said too. She was like, well, if you do the fillets, then like get me 2 of them because they're small. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. But like my dad and Jack, I'm not gonna, they'll be happy that they have hot dogs to eat. So that's probably honestly what I'll do. I'll just get them each one of those, and we'll do a package of hot dogs, because like I said, they could probably care less. Jack does not like steak all that much. I think he's sort of coming around a little bit more to it, but he said that too before, like, I'm not really a huge fan of steak, so that's why I'll just get them those. And like I said, you know, they'll be happy to do hamburgers with as well. Or yeah, I think hamburgers would be okay. I was gonna say we do also have brats too that we just got, but I'll save those for a different grilling day. So yeah, like I say, guys, that was my big thing today, was coming up with the plan. At first, when I was first like, oh my gosh, I have to look at the grocery list, I feel so overwhelmed. I have to think about what we're doing for Mother's Day and all this kind of stuff. And my mom actually made it very simple, where it's like, I don't really feel like I need to plan a whole ton of stuff out. She's like, you know, and again, to us not doing it on Sunday, maybe it's going to be a little bit, I don't know, I don't want to say easier, but like maybe a little less pressure sort of on top of that too. And then the thing is that my dad sort of said too, he was like, well, because my mom actually gets home really early in the morning on Sunday at like 8 o'clock, he's like, well, we could still do like breakfast for her, because Saturday morning she's actually going to go out with one of her friends to a they have like a little festival sort of thing in town on Saturday, like a little fest sort of, and so like a spring fest, and so she's gonna go there with her on Saturday morning. So like we couldn't really even do like breakfast, even if we wanted to, like breakfast in bed, because she's going over there, like I said. And so her friend's actually coming here and they're gonna walk there, so we can, you know, take the car out shopping on Saturday morning. And I'm trying to think what else. So yeah, but we might wind up still, like, as of right now, I don't think breakfast is planned. And again too, my mom might wind up coming home from work on Saturday, you know, Sunday morning, you know, working over Saturday night, and come home on Sunday morning and be like, I'm not hungry, like, you know, I don't want to eat. So I don't really want to make like anything too, again, like too special or anything, you know, or like go super overboard with like breakfast stuff, like in that sense. But you know, we might still maybe do like, what's it called, the good cinnamon rolls, maybe from like Walmart, and just do like a package of those because she likes those. And I'm sort of thinking, like, again, I don't really know what else she would want, but like I said, she might wind up coming home and just being like, ah, no, like I definitely don't want, you know, food, I'm just gonna go straight to bed or whatever. Sometimes she stays up for a while, like on Sunday morning, like she'll be up for like an hour or two, or sometimes a few hours, and then she winds up going back to bed. And sometimes again, she comes home straight from work and she's exhausted and she just goes straight to bed. So again, that's why I don't want to make something, you know, like, again, an elaborate breakfast on Sunday morning and then her be like, I really don't feel like eating any of this, or like I'm gonna go straight to bed, or again to like her filling up and then, you know, not being able to sleep because she's full, or, you know, can't sleep on a full stomach, something like that. So again, you know, it's just like, I just want to do what she sort of wants to do too, and not plan a whole ton extra, just because there's, like I said, that element of her work and everything like that, and like also too, like what she's comfortable with, because this is, other than Easter, that again we weren't hosting or anything like that, this is sort of the first holiday where like I said, she's, you know, like we're sort of doing something where we're celebrating something and having to figure out how that works into her schedule. Because again, normally if stuff would come up on the weekend, it'd be totally fine, but again, she has work now, so again, we have to find that happy medium where everything still winds up working out. So like I said, that is a plan. I'm happy at least that, like I said, we sort of have this sort of thing all figured out. At least, you know, we know what we plan on doing and all of that. And so that's why I started working on my grocery list today, at least for those two stores. And then again, I can keep working on, you know, the other stuff now too, that I know what we need and what we plan on getting and everything. So yeah, but again, like I don't really see us doing like a breakfast thing at all. Like then I was thinking too, I was like, well, maybe we could do like breakfast when she wakes up, like Sunday afternoon or something like that. Like maybe we do that then, I don't know. But you know, she was saying something too about like maybe a Sunday afternoon sort of thing or something like that. But again, it's tough because sometimes if she winds up sleeping in really late on like Sunday, then she might only have like, again, a few hours before she has to get ready to go to work anyway, or, you know, whatever it might be. But like I said, we'll figure out how everything sort of works out. But it's gonna be tough because a lot of holidays this year, my mom had looked it up, I think 4th of July and obviously Father's Day, but that doesn't totally affect her really. Just again, like when she winds up sleeping, we can't make too much noise, I guess. But like, you know, if we're grilling outside, and her bedroom is literally right on the other side of where we normally wind up grilling, so we have to again sort of keep that down. But Father's Day, which normally falls on Sunday anyway, but this year, like I said, 4th of July and I think Christmas also fall on Sunday. So again, we'll have to, this is the first sort of test to figure out how this is all going to work out as far as like our home parties, because again, Easter, like 2 Sundays ago or whenever that was. You know, we had that, but that was like, we went to my aunt's house. There wasn't a lot that like we had to do or anything, but you know, again, to celebrate stuff ourselves, we have to sort of figure that out and how that looks from, you know, now on. But anyways, guys, I will see you all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.